Vanakkam, Mr. Annamalai.
Vanakkam, madam.
Welcome to the India Today Conclave.
Welcome to Coimbatore.
Thank you. We're in your uru. This is your uru?
This is my place where I'm there for the last 20 years now. Came here to study 2002 for engineering. Got married here. Wife is from here. So, city adapted me. I adapted the city. Both of us are here.
So then you're home.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We could be seeing, we could tomorrow see that the Vice President of the country also comes from Coimbatore.
Another proud moment for Coimbatore city because he was an MP here twice. And tomorrow, hopefully, and certainly when he becomes the Vice President of our country, and Coimbatore will rightfully say that it has produced a lot of gentlemen politicians, and C.P. Radhakrishnanji will be one. In fact, the first finance minister of our country also came from Coimbatore, Shanmugam Shetty. From there, a lot of great people have adorned highest offices. Yeah.
That's true. I agree with you. Coimbatore has a legacy of great minds, great people. Mr. Annamalai, I began my introduction by referring to your IPS days. You're now a politician. Do you think you've been able to effect more change as a politician or as a police officer?
Madam, I think democracy, politics is very gradual in nature and nothing happens overnight. And especially in a state like Tamilnadu, I've taken a path, I've taken an ideological path with Bharatiya Janata Party, which will take some time. So patience is very important and I can't just measure in 5 years, 10 years, I should have done this, we should have done this, the party should have done this. With respect to Kaki, it's a great field, enjoyed my 9-10 years there. But for me, I always believe in karma, madam. I don't look at the past now. So politics, it's a long, long game. It's more like a marathon. You just have to stay the course. I keep telling people that BJP has to get a chance once in Tamil Nadu where people should give their love to us. Once it happens, then continuously we'll keep getting that love. And to get that love once, you got to stay the course. And it might happen 10 years from now, 5 years from now, you never know. But before that, I never get into this habit of measuring what should have happened, I should have continued, I should have stayed. But this is the call I've taken with fullness of my heart because I believe my state needed a change. I believe my state needed a different direction, the way it was being there and the way it has to go. And I'm committed to it.
You're saying stay the course, but there are ups and downs. Do you think right now you're on a down or an up in your political career?
There is nothing called political up and down, and you can't always drive in a fifth gear, and sometimes a reverse gear, sometimes second gear, sometimes first gear.
Which gear are you on now?
I'm not in any gear, ma'am. I'm very happy where I am. So I don't get too excited when things are going our way. This is the path we want to go, and we will go in this. And right now we have taken a call, the leadership has taken a call that will align with ADMK for the 2026 election. It's a very large strategic call. Tamil Nadu needs a change, all of us are very clear. And 2026, the only way change can happen is when BJP and ADMK aligning together. Without that, I don't see a change possible because of the nature of vote share in the first past the post democracy. So we are committed to it. And for that to happen, there are no two questions. We got to commit ourselves to NDA, where ADMK is a part of NDA.
Is there a change of tune from you, Mr. Annamalai? Were you always for this alliance? Did you always think the BJP and AIADMK should be aligning? Because you spoke very publicly for the BJP fighting alone.
100%. I'm always for BJP fighting alone, no doubt about that. And always for BJP trying to make a mark slowly, steadily and coming to power. But we also have to understand the harsh realities. And 2024 elections and 2026 when you see, these are entirely two different elections. And 2026 is a classic case where BJP is not in a position to form power on its own because of the nature of vote share, with Vijay coming in, multiple vote splits happening, and ADMK being the principled opposition party, and ADMK being a challenger to the DMK. And we got to be pragmatic to accept what is more important to us at this point of time. And 2026, the importance to us is DMK should be thrown out of power. Tamil Nadu needs a change. And again, if we go by ego's sake to say BJP will be here, ADMK will be there, multiple parties will be there, and we might see a 2024 result again in 2026 once more. So I am okay with it. And the party leadership has taken a very strategic, deep, calculated call. And it is a very pragmatic call also. And I hope and pray in 2026, whatever risk we have taken, whatever call we have taken, that comes to a fruition.
If I had asked you this question 6 months ago, would your answer have been the same? Or would you have said, look, the BJP should fight on its own to establish itself as a force away and separate from the Dravidian parties? Or has that view changed in the last few months because of the High Command?
No, we haven't merged our parties. We are part of an alliance where ADMK is part, BJP is part. 6 months back, if you asked me, I would have pushed my case to say BJP should have contest alone, again independently for multiple elections. 1 more, 2 more, we are there. That's how winning happens. But when the leadership listens to all sides of the story, when they take a very deep pragmatic call, considering 2026, the importance to that country, all we can do as Karyakarta of this party is push our case. But at the end of the day, the leaders make a decision listening to everybody. We should be humble enough and pragmatic enough to understand the leadership is looking at some other things which we are not seeing. And once the decision is made, the party discipline is always, we follow it, we commit ourselves to it. Yes, I'm not hiding anything here. 6 months back, you asked me, I would have pushed our case. Now, since the leadership has made our decision by listening to all of us, listening to multiple points of view, like I have a point of view, somebody might have a different point of view. And once all the points of view are accounted, that this needs a combination of parties, so that vote share doesn't get split too much between other parties, I hope and pray 2026 would also be a very respectable alliance for BJP and ADMK there. And it'll also be an opportunity for us not only to bring ADMK to power, not only to have an ADMK chief minister, but also to have more number of BJP MLAs in the assembly so that people can see our performance and work.
AIADMK chief minister. So you are making it clear that you are for Edappadi Palaniswamy as the NDA CM face.
Of course, ma'am, that decision is made by the party and made by the NDA leaders. And
because you said previously that there was no decision.
No. It was clearly made, and in Chennai also, Amit Shah ji was very clearly specified. It is Edappadi Palaniswamy ji who is our chief ministerial candidate for NDA. I have also spoken this multiple times. The decision is made with respect to NDA, with respect to the chief ministerial candidate, because Tamil Nadu, we can't confuse the public. Public looks at leaders. They need who is competing against whom. Party is one side, ideology is one side. But people want to evaluate the leaders. So right now it is Edappadi Palaniswamy ji. We have clearly announced, all of us are backing him. And we are very sure 2026 we will see a shift and he will become the chief minister of the state.
So you're saying you back Edappadi Palaniswamy as the NDA CM candidate. There's been a lot of rumblings within the AIADMK the last few days. TTV Dinakaran, you had OPS some time back, you've got Sengotian now. What is the BJP stand? What do you think, Mr. Annamalai? Should the AIADMK be united? There have been voices within the BJP that have said everyone should come together.
But we'll get the fact right. ADMK doesn't like anybody from outside talking how ADMK should be. Naturally, when anybody from outside talking about how BJP should be, I also don't like. So it is for the ADMK leaders who are sitting inside, and for them it is their party, they decide how they should go and which way they should go. And it is purely the ADMK station, because I keep telling this not now, madam. Last 4 years after I've come into Tamil Nadu politics, in my previous role and now, I've been very clear. I might have difference of opinion with the ADMK party previously. Yes, they are a different ideology, we are a different ideology. But I never advocated for anybody from outside advising ADMK how they should govern themselves. They're matured enough. Very tall leaders. They've ruled the state for 31 odd years, multiple times. When you put ADMK and DMK head to head, it is ADMK which has ruled the state more number of times than DMK. So statistics is very clear. Now I personally don't want sitting outside as other parties Karyakarta to tell ADMK this is how they should be. At the same time, I hope Edappadi Palaniswamy knows for 2026 to happen, it has to be a very unified front, overall NDA, because I don't want, as a Karyakarta of BJP, a different NDA partners voicing out things. Every vote counts, every vote matters. And I'm sure Edappadi Palaniswamy is a very matured, large-hearted leader. There are 7-8 months to go, and things will be sorted. We are talking at this point of time now today, because the election fever hasn't caught Tamil Nadu. Let us wait, and the ADMK senior leadership are mature enough to take a decision. And they are very clear, because we are challenging DMK, and every vote counts, and it is Edappadi Palaniswamy's chance to become the chief minister of that state. I am sure he has got his personal stake also inside. So he will take a very mature decision. We are very clear, we don't want to interfere sitting outside and commenting how they should run the party.
No interference, but your view is clear, that it should be unified.
Madam, BJP also as a policy, we have to understand from 2017, media can write so many things, media can say so many things, but we never interfered, and people might say so many things because we believe interfering in a democracy with a political party, twisting, cutting, it will not carry you a long way. And anybody who is following an Indian democracy for a long time will know it might give you a short-term benefit. And Tamil voters and Tamil people are very clear. And any outside interference, they don't tolerate much. And that is always the stand in Tamil Nadu. And BJP is a party, we advocate our stand, our ideology. But the moment you try to put your fingers in others, try to push things here and there, and Tamil Nadu electorate, the voters are very unforgiving in that part. Yes.
Mr. Annamalai, I'll ask you rather bluntly, is there bad blood between you and the AIADMK leadership?
There is no bad blood. I'm sure, as you have to understand, madam, and I am a very strong person in my own conviction and views. I am here to grow the BJP. Let us be very clear. Why will I waste my time sitting somewhere and doing my work? I want BJP to come to power someday. Now we also have to be pragmatic and realistic. In 2027, it is going to be an alliance. The moment we say it is an alliance, it is not a lipstick. By heart, we are committed to put our heart and soul. In fact, I've mentioned a couple of weeks back that we'll give our blood everything to make Edappadi Palaniswamy Chief Minister, because that is how alliances work. Alliances doesn't work when you pay a lip service, you don't commit yourself to it. The moment you commit yourself, you got to go the full distance. But even ADMK friends and leaders will also respect the fact that whatever I spoke for my party. Speaking for my party doesn't mean I'm insulting any other person. I'm insulting some other Karyakarta. Just for every single Karyakarta, their party is great. For me, my party is great. That's how I see it. All of us are mature enough to understand this line we fought, this Lakshman Rekha we fought, 2024 election we fought. Right now, we are on a different battlefield. That battlefield is different, this is different. And every soldier should recalibrate, readjust to a new battlefield. If I'm not doing it, and still singing the 2024 praise, I don't think ADMK cadres are going to forgive me, nor I am going to forgive anybody. So right now we are a team. 2026 is important to us. The whole aim is, because DMK is a very formidable party. If you look at DMK in 21, 24, if you look at that, they're always above 45-47% vote share.
So they're still number one party for you?
At this point of time, if you ask me, the election fever hasn't set in. The anti-incumbency factor is not felt in. And their alliances are very strong, very, very kind of coherent. So probably in November, December, January is the time our alliance will start taking a lead, because the anti-incumbency factor has to start kicking in. Right now, we are just laying down all the groundwork. The opposition leader is touring the state. As we speak now, is touring Coimbatore, is touring across the state. We are also getting our party in shape by the booth committees. So we are also getting everything in order. By December, January, probably that is the time to comment that we have overtaken the DMK alliance.
Do you regret the comments that you had made on corruption, on J.Jayalalitha?
Madam, we have to understand, I never mentioned the word called J.Jayalalitha anywhere. And if you look at my interviews, people can attribute, people can read between lines. So I am not here to defend, I never said it, I said it. We have to understand, when I speak something, I'm speaking for my party, I'm speaking in the context of corruption. I'm magnanimous enough and matured enough not to name a leader. I think in a political space, all of us should have that freedom to navigate certain things in our own domain, at the same time not hurting the sentiments of a leader. If you have taken the name of a certain leader, then you are fully right within your ambit to question me. When I'm talking about something in a context, what has happened, without naming a leader, by giving due respect to sensitivities of the public, sensitivities of the cadres, I think people have to respect it. When somebody says you shouldn't even speak about corruption, shouldn't even speak anything, then I don't think there's no point doing politics. If somebody says you have mentioned that name, you have mentioned this name, yes, I stand guilty as charged. Any interview, any outspoken matters, print, electronic, I've never mentioned the word J.Jayalalitha anywhere with respect to corruption. So that people have to acknowledge. At the same time, in the context of corruption, when I talk about corruption prevalent in the state, this has happened, that has happened, people attributing things here and there, I'm very sorry, madam. Because what happens is, I can't keep defending everything. People should have the maturity to understand, okay, he came here, but he had the maturity and the foresight and the wisdom to stop here and go back. So that is what I'm doing. At the same context, we have to understand, when ADMK leadership or a DMK leadership, when they criticize our party for right or wrong reasons, for me it could be a wrong reason, for them it could be a right reason, different points of time. So we also have to understand, yes, they have come close, but with dignity they have commented. There is a Lakshman Rekha, they have stopped. That's how ADMK sees me, that's how I see the ADMK.
So you would repeat that statement then?
There is no point in repeating. I continue to say Tamilnadu is a state that is highest in the country in terms of functional corruption. Functional corruption is go to a Tahsildar office, you go to a police station, you go to an RT office. This is the highest state with functional corruption. That culture has to change, because politics itself is very costly in the state. 450 crore, 500 crore, 1000 crore, that is the kind of numbers you hear in every single election. Functional corruption, it has pervaded everywhere, and people say corruption is accepted a part of Tamil Nadu politics, which I don't believe. That is why my fight is always towards corruption. I believe there comes a time when corruption will be a main pole plank. Maybe not now, maybe not in the future, but there comes a time, and we should have the wisdom and maturity to wait for the time.
Mr. Annamalai, for the last many months, you were projected as the poster boy of Tamil Nadu BJP. You were the president of the Tamil Nadu BJP as well. What happened? Why did that change? Why did your leadership role change? Did you see it as a demotion?
Madam, we have to understand, when the party, our senior leadership, decide to go for an alliance, And I should also think as a Karyakarta what is good for the party. And moment the decision is made that this is how it is going to be, this is how the alliance is going to be, yes, I don't want any friction or rubbing to happen. I might see somebody, they might see somebody, words were spoken against me, I have spoken words. And I felt as a Karyakarta also, this is the right time that a new president should step in, the party should bring a new person.
So you choose
probably the alliance should know. It's not about choosing, not choosing, madam. It is about when they ask my opinion, I give my opinion to say this is how it should be. Another day, party makes a decision, the leadership makes a decision. So moment you say the alliance is going to happen, just like 2024, the national leadership gave me the playground, the freedom to operate as Tamilnadu president for the 2024 Lok Sabha. When the national leadership says this is how they want to do 2026, then I should give them that space. So right now it is a space that is given. New leader, Nainar Nagendrana, is a very capable person and very strong leader in his own way. And the whole hope the alliance should gel, cadre should move around, vote transfer should happen. And 2026 should see a change of government. So this is not an ego issue. In politics, you know, it is not a 100-meter race to say I am here, I am there. It is when I die, that point of time I would like to see my accounts. If it is 70, 80 or 90 years, what I have done, what I have brought to the political stream. Right now I am too young in politics to say I should have done this, I should have done that. Right now, the goal is to bring ADMK 2026, NDA to power in 2026. As a Karyakarta, I am doing everything in my right to make sure it happens.
I'm sure you're ambitious too, though. I'm sure you see a vision for yourself also as a politician. What is that?
In Tamil Nadu, I believe, if you look at the voters and the youngsters here, it's a very paradoxical voting to political speech that we give. So about 9 lakh voters are in 18 and 19 years of age. Very aspirational, just before Rahul spoke. About 1 crore 8 lakh voters are between 20 to 29. 1 crore 28 lakh voters are between 30 to 39. So if you take 18 to 39, if you take that bracket, you're looking at 2 crore 28 lakh voters in that space. They're very aspirational, they think very differently. And politically, I think we are yet to connect to them. And that is a very different voting class, different breed. Their aspiration is very different. 40 to 60, you're looking at another 2 crore 40 lakh voters in that category, which is in established politics it sees. And above 60 is a different category. So I would like to see all of us, including me, changing our narrative to suit the 18 to 40, because they are the people who will decide what kind of state they want it. So that is one important politics which all of us have to change. I look forward to that in the near future. And second, this generation, if you look at it, there's no fight, because you fight, this is not an election, it is on a cakewalk, it is on a platter. Meaning you form an alliance, go and contest election, you're winning. This is not that kind of an election. If it's a two-way fight, I would say like that. It's a three-way fight. It's mostly 2.5, maybe a three-way fight, depending on what Mr. Vijay is able to do. So that is why NDA, with full firepower, we got to go to the field, tap into all the youngsters, Gen Z, connect with them in an aspirational way. So this, I believe, is slightly more for the future also. That is where people like me and other politicians would like to play a major role.
Do you think then, since you brought up Vijay, that Vijay has cracked the code as far as the young voter is concerned? You've seen all the images of his rallies, and it's crazy the kind of crowds that are coming together. All youngsters. Do you think he's cracked that Gen Z code that you're talking about?
Madam, it is not about cracking per se, because Tamil Nadu always gives respect to a newcomer. Newcomer generally polls 8 to 10%, 8 to 12% if they are very good. It gives that respect to a newcomer from Captain Vijay Kant to Kamalagasan sir, and now Mr. Vijay. Now question is, what is the addition they are going to do about 10%? What is the addition? How hard they can add in the next 6 months? So that is one challenge for him. With respect to Gen Z, definitely Mr. Vijay is there, no doubt about that, because he connects, movie connects well to an audience. And generally Gen Z is slightly more anti-establishment than a normal guy. They want immediate change. What is happening in Nepal today, what happened in Bangladesh, we are seeing across the country. The protests are led by youngsters now. You ban a social media, they come to the road, they say, why are you doing this? We are questioning this. So that is why Tamil Nadu election for me is slightly more critical. All of us have to tighten our socks, make sure every vote counts, go to the bottom of it, don't leave any segments out, bring everybody together. With respect to Mr. Vijay, I'm clear from day one is a competitor, without a doubt, because somebody coming at the peak of his cinematic career, somebody coming there and standing, and saying that I'm going to stand alone continuously. So he's a competitor. But at the same time, we have a proven leadership. The chief ministerial candidate that we have proposed, who was the former chief minister, Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy ji himself is a proven chief minister, track record. COVID times, couple of issues, he has proven his leadership at that point of time. So it is going to be a combination of things. Certainly with respect to DMK, Mr. Stalin, the current Chief Minister of our state, he will also claim that he has done this many things. So it is going to be, one, a personality clash. It is going to be a generational clash. It is going to be an age clash. Then it is going to be an ideological clash. If somebody says 2026 is only about ideology, no. If somebody says 2026 is only about Gen Z and old and no. Economy also, lower economy, middle economy, people see the economy very differently. So multiple factors together. It's a very, very hodgepodge of issues. So you got to be very deep, very deep inside the whole election game and take your alliance and party across the line.
You refer to Vijay as a competitor, but there are questions about whether the BJP is also looking to bring him on board to the NDA. There have been clear outreaches, clear olive branches that have been extended. Is the BJP, and on one hand you have Vijay constantly criticizing two parties, the BJP and the DMK in all of his rallies. On the other, the AIDMK very silent, and the BJP, is it trying to pull Vijay into the fold?
I think Mr. Vijay is very clear in his head with respect to the politics he wants to follow. He wants to keep our party, BJP, as an ideological enemy, because I think Tamil Nadu, there is still some people believe, keep opposing anybody from northern part of India, keep opposing any national party, keep opposing any party as outside Tamil Nadu. It's a set template, and Vijay has also fallen to the template of saying BJP is my ideological enemy. Naturally, he has to oppose the DMK. So when he has taken this stand continuously over the last 4 or 5 months, I'm not very sure how the gelling is going to happen. So I don't see a possibility of a gelling happen because it is multiple times. And he has also, in the last Madurai conference, he has also criticized the ADMK party in some way. And the ADMK party chief has also responded in kind to whatever he has said. So when things are on this way, I can't see a future right now sitting just for the sake of DMK, opposing DMK, all of us coming together. Because like Nam Tamilar Kachi, Mr. Seeman, he's also a competitor, 6, 8, 10%, whatever the vote share is having, he's also a competitor. But again, ideologically is far away. So you will have, that is why I mentioned, you will have a clear two fight. Probably Mr. Vijay, depending on September, wherever he goes from 10, 12, wherever up, down. Mr. Seeman, wherever he goes up, down. So you're looking at 20, 25% vote share outside the domain with so many youngsters, a lot of things happening, churning. That is why it is going to be a very interesting election.
Interesting. But Mr. Annamalai, I'd like to bring it back to you. A lot of questions about what next now. The general perception is that while the central BJP, the BJP High Command, whether it's Prime Minister Modi or Home Minister Amit Shah, they're incredibly fond of you, and they show it in pictures also. In all of these rallies, there are images of them hugging you, holding your hand up in the air, almost declaring you as the face of the Tamil Nadu BJP. There's a perception that while the central BJP and the BJP High Command wants to push you, wants to prop you up, that there are factions within the Tamil Nadu BJP that don't want to see you grow, that are against the way you function.
Madam, we have to understand, I don't have anything against my colleagues. Everybody is a very respectable colleague, very important colleague. And all of us think very differently. For example, I see politics from 2021. Somebody is seeing politics from 1970. Somebody is seeing politics from 1980. There are leaders within our BJP party who are part of the DMK alliance, part of the ADMK alliance previously. So right now from 2021, I'm pushing a case that we can have a future of our own in Tamil Nadu. Maybe within the next 10 years, we got to do this. So naturally, difference of opinion will crop up because we have different viewpoints how with respect the party has to grow. Like I said, all of us can give our viewpoint. I can give my viewpoint. A senior leader can give their viewpoint. Finally, combinedly, when all the viewpoints are discussed, when a decision is made, all of us stick to that. Even if I don't agree to it, I stick to it because the party's call. And with respect to my colleagues here, it's a happy family. We have to understand, madam, just like in the morning I saw a tweet where you couldn't settle between Tamil Nadu dosa and Karnataka dosa. In a family, the happy fights always happen. Just like the India Today family debating today which dosa is better. Even the Tamil Nadu BJP family, we will have a lot of debates within us to say which is better, which is not better.
So it's a democratic newsroom of sorts.
Yes. So it's a democratic party that we have. So conflicts, difference of opinion doesn't mean that people hate somebody. People still have the maturity and respect to say, you might have a difference of opinion, but I love you because you are my family. So that we always have.
So there's no anti-Annamalai campaign in the Tamil Nadu BJP? Is there a camp? An anti-Annamalai camp?
I mean, Annamalai is not that big a leader to say there is anti-Annamalai camp already. Maybe in the future it might happen. Right now I'm a very small leader and I'm not that capable enough to have more enemies who will want to push me out.
There's been a lot of talk of a national role for you, a central role. That hasn't been defined yet. And there's a lot of curiosity about what it's going to be. Can you tell us what's coming up? You know, I remember a few months ago they thought Rajya Sabha seat. And then when the news came in as expected with the BJP, nobody got it right. And so it wasn't you, Mr. Annamalai. So it's not the Rajya Sabha. What next then? Are you looking at a role in the BJP, national BJP?
With respect to BJP, let us be clear, madam, whatever comes in TV doesn't happen. So that is the good thing about BJP. Anything that comes in TV, that has happened.
So you changed that trend now. Tell us what's going to happen.
No, madam. Now, the party has given a responsibility now to be in the grassroots, keep working. And they will define. Whatever they say, you do this tomorrow, I'm going to do it. Right now, I'm happy. I've got some breather now. I always wanted to do organic farming for some time. Last 3-4 years, I was very busy. I got a farmland recently. I'm fully dedicated myself to organic farming. Last 4-5 months, I'm spending quite a lot of time, at least 2 days a week to that, to do that in Coimbatore. I recently got into that. So I'm very happy about it. Because I'm free from the administrative activities of the party, I am only getting the opportunity to travel, talk to Karyakartas in bigger meetings and come back. So I'm happy with respect to what I'm doing, more time reading, more time traveling. So tomorrow the party says, you got to do something full-time, I'm ready to do full-time. It is what the party defines. Right now I'm not doing a full-time role. I'm happy to do other things in my life also.
So you're a part-time politician currently?
Madam, there is no concept called part-time, full-time politician. A politician should have multiple things in life because it should enrich your political life. You should have a family, you should have a children. You should do something which gives meaning to your life. You should find a business to earn money for you, to satisfy your own family. End of the day, only then you are fit enough to serve the public. If you are a pracharak who is fully dedicated to the country, that's a different ball game because you don't have family. Country is your family. For us, the country is our family. At the same time, we also have our societal and parental pressures to take care of other things also. So last 4 years, I never got the breather to even breathe. Just running around, did a yatra for a year. So right now, I'm having that little bit of breather to focus on other things also along with that party. I'm happy to do balance both things, madam.
What really is going to be your role in the 2026 elections? Is Annamalai going to be fighting in the upcoming Tamil Nadu elections? And is it going to be from a seat in Coimbatore?
Madam, all 234 seats are good seats. Why Coimbatore you are restricting me? Any seat is good seat.
You said this is my, said this is my ur.
My family, my parivar, my town. But party might need me anywhere, so I'm open to it. Party says, don't fight campaign, I'm open to it. Before 2024, when you asked me the same question in Lok Sabha, a month before I remember answering you, I said, the party tells me I'll fight. If not, I will work as a Karyakarta. So whatever the party says, I will do it. But we have to understand, 2026 is very crucial with respect to BJP, with respect to ADMK. Because both of us have taken a considered call. And we should not fail. The thing is, taking this call, we should not fail. We should only succeed in this call. So all of us should put our effort, and where the party thinks my effort can be best utilized, they'll put me there.
Okay, let me turn that around. Are you keen on contesting?
Elections, I would like to contest elections, if you ask me, any point of time, if it adds a difference to my party. If it adds a difference to my party, I would like to contest. If the party thinks it will add a difference to BJP, difference to the alliance, I would like to contest. If not, I would like to campaign. So that is for the party to take a call, where will they make the most difference.
Okay, you've given us a great analysis of your view and your perspective of what's going to happen in the upcoming election. So I have to ask you, with the situation as it is right now, what kind of growth do you think the BJP will manage in the alliance, the current circumstance in the elections? Give us a number.
That's a tough question, madam, because I don't want to get into a number, because when there is a major political party, in this case ADMK, who is the opposition party in Tamil Nadu, they got to comfortably fight elections. It's very important because it is their election and they have a CM face and we are standing in the field. At the same time, large number of partners in NDA, 2024 was a different game where all of us fought in more number of seats. So this time it's a very careful balancing, making sure ADMK is also not too much uncomfortable because they should have enough number of seats to fight the game. And BJP should also have a respectable number of seats. So I'm using two words. ADMK should have enough number of seats to fight, good number of seats to fight. And BJP should have a respectable number of seats. What is that enough number? What is that respectable? Let us wait for our seniors to take a call.
So you're not going to tell us what you think?
Because I'm not in a position, it is above my pay grade to make that number.
Finally, before we wrap this up, since you're not giving us a number of what you think will happen in this election, you did refer to an anti-incumbency factor. The DMK is still a giant, is still a monster if you want to really bring them down. It's a formidable force in Tamil Nadu. What do you think is the big factor that will help the AIADMK, BJP plus to actually manage to even get close to a DMK in this election?
Madam, it is better and sharp communication. I think voters need a very strong and sharp communication. What are our goals as an alliance, as NDA, as ADMK, as Chief Minister candidate Mr. Edappadi Palanisamiji with respect to different classes, agriculture, traders, industry people. Very sharp communication. That is why we have taken this Yatra. And Yatra connects you to people in a big way. He has already done about 130 plus constituencies now. So then the major meetings will start happening. 7-8 big monadus will happen. BJP will do our own monadu. Then Honorable Prime Minister will start coming. I think that is why I mentioned the word called November, December. So that is when the momentum should peak. I am very happy that the alliance is right now in this form and shape because you don't want to peak too early. Because politics is all about, if you peak in 6 months before, 7 months before, you might not get translated to seats. So I would ideally want NDA, ADMK, Mr. Edappadi Palanisamiji, all of us to peak by late February, early March. Because the right peaking is very important. When you have a three-way fight, when Mr. Vijay is also there. So right now we are exactly where we wanted to be. And November, December, we should be where we wanted to be. So that February and March, you are right there. You are right there. So that when the voting happens, people remember you, people believe they want a change, people should do it. So we don't want to peak early. Right now people might say, oh, DMK is ahead. I don't have a problem with DMK being ahead now. I will have a problem in December, DMK being ahead. So December, I'm hopeful that we will be ahead.
The challenge, however, is also that the AIDMK BJP, and while you form this alliance, the image always is that it's on shaky ground, that it's not a stable alliance. How do you kind of, send across a message that you're a united force? Because there's all of this rumbling constantly, every week, news coming in of someone speaking against the alliance, someone saying something that's not against or for their ally.
Madam, that is okay in the sense it will settle down because 2024 and 2023, 2025 early, our cadres were trained to speak in a different language, the more aggressive self. That's okay. And ADMK cadres and leaders' language in 2024, 2023 was also different. That's okay. Now you are joining together in a major way with a clear goal. 2026, you should take this DMK out of power. So it will take some time to settle down. I think the leadership is mature enough to understand small stray comments here and there. It is not going to create major issue. It will settle down. That is why I mentioned November, December. Slowly things will settle down at the booth level, at the Undriyam level, at the district level. Then the next level of challenge is the MLA candidates. Next level of challenge will come by December, January. So of course you will see a lot of challenges, but people understand these are two different parties, two different ideological parties. Parties which sometimes have ran against each other, party which sometimes have combined and ran together. So I'm talking of last 20-25 years of story. Now people understand to take DMK out in Tamilnadu, they have come together. People have the magnanimity to understand. Of course, ideologically we are different, but we are committed and disciplined enough to stand behind ADMK, in this case, Mr. Edappadi Palanisamiji, to see it through and make sure we form a government in 2026.
So the only common ground is defeat DMK.
That is one common ground. Give a different pattern of government to Tamil Nadu, increase BJP's presence in assembly, make sure ADMK is comfortable to contest enough number of seats to get their CM. Multiple things, multiple parties. Because both the parties cannot have a single agenda. We have multiple agenda, which is a common agenda.
And before I wrap this up, you're fully committed to an AIADMK BJP alliance. You believe that that's the way forward for the BJP?
That is the only way it will work, madam. And in this tough election, the only way is you got to stand behind, fully commit yourself, see the distance. That is the only way, because it's a battlefield. You got to have multiple people doing multiple strategies inside the same battlefield. It's a unified strategy. Just go behind a leader, see it through.
Mr. Annamalai, you won't give us a number, but hopefully we'll have you in a few months when you can give us a number.
Hopefully, if my pay grade is up, I'll give you the number, madam. Right now, not in a position. Thank you, madam.
Okay, hopefully that happens in the next few months. But thank you so much for being candid, for answering all of our questions. Big round of applause, please, for Mr. Annamalai here, joining us here at the India Today Conclave.